I guess this wouldn't be a doorway that leads to it. But you see the staircase that leads up, as well.
So you breathe a fucking sigh of relief, like, oh.
No one in here.
What's the dripping sound? Just like ice melting or something?
You look up and you see the dripping coming from the top floor.
Like through the floorboards.
Fuck. All right. What's the color of the dripping?
Red.
Yeah. Okay. Oof. I breathe that sigh of relief too soon.
Oh, thank God, it's not blood.
Is it pooling on the ground?
It is.
Is it blood?
As far as you are able to make out, yes.
Am I sure? No.
Please tell me there's doubt.
Okay, are any of you trained in medicine by chance?
Why don't
Don't
you
think so,
taste-
but I'll double check.
I'm trained in
Don't.
blood.
No.
In blood. So, like,
I have
that's
some.
NLA. That's
I am
NLA
not
prison.
I have
medicine.
blood. I'm a little bit of an expert, you might say.
Okay, so, all right, we have some swingy rolls going today. All of you rolling medicine at disadvantage. If you guys somehow manage to eke out a success despite all of that, then I can tell you some stuff.
Let me hit you. Let me hit you with 2 20s
Alright, that
back to
tracks.
back, baby.
Sure,
Nope.
sure.
Alright, yeah,
we'll-
that's all
Old man
we'll
squad.
go
Old
great.
man squad.
Hey,
A 12.
she literally partakes in blood sport. Like, come on.
I mean,
I think
Oh, that was
I mean-
familiar.
I think that's fair. Snack, there's something. Well, there's a couple things about this. The blood is old. You could
Fair
tell
enough.
by the coloration of it. You've seen blood stains on the field and the training grounds and stuff like that. So it's older blood, as it's been out, like wine. That being said, there's something off about it. It has some particulate in it. This sort of orange speckles that sort of are at the edges of it.
yeah, I think seeing that and recognizing it as like that's not normal. I think she'd go up to the puddle and crouch near it, examining
It is blood.
Be careful. Don't touch it.
I wasn't planning on it. It is blood, but there's something in it. Orange.
Drip. Drip.
Is there any like?
Drip.
I forget what you described was
Drip.
in the room, but is there any not sticks, but like
Drip.
stick-like things?
Drip. Yeah, there's some implements around. Drip.
I'll grab one and try and.
Drip.
Yeah.
You know what?
Drip.
If are you like crouching next to the pool as it
Yeah.
drips?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna
You shove me in it.
Boot to the
I think I'll
ass.
just walk up and I'll put a hand on your fucking massive bicep, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's huge. It
Gently try
tenses.
and try to like pull you away from it gently. Like
Yep.
there was no need to investigate.
If there's something strange going on, I want to know.
I think we already know.
Drip. Drip.
Would you shut up? I say to the dripping.
Oh God, it's a No! It's alive!
Pouring, get out!
One elemental would be like, "Fuck you, it's my house."
Oh my god. Yeah, I think she'll relent and just she'll definitely do like without moving her head, she'll look back at you. So you know what I mean, where you strain your eyes to look back. It's a very intense look. And she just
For 5 minutes, could you not be horny for the buff woman?
dust her hands off and shrug. Fine.
Good. Now I'm immediately going to go back on what I just said and go upstairs.
Men.
Well, why are you in upstairs then?
Because those built once only go upstairs, and that fire is fresh, which means there's some life here. Then, just as we got eyes on that man that was coughing earlier, I want to get eyes on Nate. Or his parents.
I don't think you'll like what you find.
I don't think so either. But I must maintain hope in my heart, and honor in my actions. This is my duty. And when I move to go upstairs, Get the fuck away from the dripping.
I'm gonna stay downstairs with the dripping.
Looking at my mic icon to see if it glows green.
I kept hearing.
I can't wait to see
ever
it
so
on
like it was perfectly picking it up, but which is surprising because of how quiet it was.
I can't wait to see the recording, your little thing just blipping on constantly.
I'm actually doing SOS on the blood. Anyways.
I'm not able to tell what that orange stuff is. Just that there's orange like specks or whatever in the blood.
Roll nature. Do you have nature trained?
I do not.
Roll nature at disadvantage.
Can do. 11. That's
You-
only one less than what I got
Both
before.
numbers are one less than.
Yeah, than the prior one.
I
you
know.
You don't seem to identify it. Like you're not a farmer or anything like that. You're not like a. You didn't spend your time in the free realms doing field work. So
Nah, mate.
You don't really know.
Making bodies to the floor. But that's fair. So she'll follow after the stupid guardsman who's got stupid amount of hope in his heart.
I'm gonna stay downstairs with the
Stupid
dripping
guy.
in case shit happens, so we can leave.
I'm gonna find some of that dried meat to eat.
And okay, brave man, brave old
Meat
soul.
eater right here. There's actually a bunch. Yeah. So if you guys need to bring food back to the bistro, you guys found a shit ton here.
He's just eating like dried sausage, like a beef jerky stick.
That sounds
Roll your
delicious, honestly.
perception. Roll your perception, but use your con instead of your wisdom.
Ooh, that's
It's
fun.
human meat.
It's made of their son.
Well, we found the butcher family.
No, this isn't a Donner party, which let it be known for Blackwatch. Our commander's name is Donner, spelled the same way, so I'm concerned.
So yeah,
You'll be
just
fine.
0 instead of 1.
So it's down.
Isn't it?
It's Don. It's called the Donner party, though.
Donner.
Oh, Donner. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
what that is.
Donner.
I had to look that up.
It's when people were trying to settle here in the West Coast, there was a very infamous group of not pilgrims, but you know what I mean, travelers. Settlers, thank you. They tried to pass through what is now known as the Donner Pass, but they did it too late in the season, and they got snowed in, and they starved, and they actually
Oh fuck! Right, those
Yeah, they had to
guys.
eat
they
everyone.
engaged in cannibalism.
Yeah, I never heard about that.
And
story.
like
I'm sure
I think of 100-something people that were there, 40 of some of them came out alive.
That's kind of sick.
It's sad but sick, yeah. And of course we named the whole pass after them. It's like, yeah, you suffered here.
Hey,
You can
remember
have
that
the name.
time that you like would rather have died but chose to live and ate your cousin?
Yeah, it's
we
pretty
do.
weird. Yeah, so that's Donner. That's the Donner party. Just like our commander. Bit concerned, not gonna lie. Anyways,
Yeah, whatever.
We'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
there is something off about the taste here, Odo. That's all I can tell you. There's something off about the taste, but other than that,
It's probably just been sitting out.
it's only there for like the initial how to say bite, if that makes sense. Every time you take a bite of the dried meat, it's only there for that. After that, it just sort of disappears.
You know what? I'm still gonna eat it.
You're a farmer. You've experienced so much worse.
Can you roll me a
Yeah.
con save?
Oh no.
I'd
Am I dead already?
I'd say advantage. I feel like Odo probably has an iron stomach.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Hell
god.
yeah, dude.
All,
It's fucking
Holy
saving
shit.
us.
all is well in the world for the farmer.
All is well in the world for the farmer.
Objective goal: get Odo out alive.
Okay,
I was
what?
just like, damn, we can
Get
actually probably
Odo
produce
alive.
this.
Go home, be a family man.
What if I ate
Family
Oh,
poison
you
sauce?
can get him out alive.
So two of you stay down here. One of you eating. One of you keeping tabs on in case you gotta extract. The other two of you head upstairs. And as you guys head upstairs, the scent of blood is a lot more potent. You guys look around up here, and you can see an open door. There is like a central space. I guess this is the closest of their living room, and then I guess 3 doors total. One is open. One leads to likely some sort of closet space. You can tell by the dimensions, and there's another one that's closed. What do you guys do?
Repeat that last part. There's 3 doors.
There's 3 doors. One of them likely leads to a closet space because you can see the dimensions of where it goes to. And then there's 2 other doors. One is open, one is not. The one that is closer is the one that is open.
What do we see in there? Or can we see in there yet?
You can't
Come
see
on.
in there. It's just open like a jar.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I think as we look down this hallway and smell this blood, I think Gaspard just kind of stands still there for a moment before Snacky says to you, Snack, what do you think you will do after you get out of here?
Go back to what I did before.
What was that?
Killing people for fun. And you can see that she is joking.
He like raises a brow, like half body turns towards you.
She smirks.
What?
You've never seen a gladiator before.
Right. Bloodsport. Glorious, I suppose.
And you?
He doesn't answer you. He'll...
Men.
Yeah.
This is why she's into Bloodsport.
He walks forward. He doesn't think he's getting out of here. He takes a step forward.
Just forward.
And goes to that first door. You said that one's ajar, or
Correct.
I'll be right behind him.
push it open like I did the last one?
The smell of blood gets stronger immediately. As does that scent Oda was describing prior. You see the body of Nate on the ground, dead. Blood pooling out from his head, the side of his head. He does have a gun in his grasp. Its cartridge expended. You also see next to him a torch, long since burned down or snuffed out. In this familial bedroom of his mother and father, you see the two of them laying there in bed with something growing upon them.
Something growing on them?
Correct.
Gross.
They're wrapped up in their blankets. You don't know what's under those, but you can see poking out from their shoulder blade area and pushing forward and upward towards their head and things like that. There is something growing on them.
It looks organic.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look
Your
funny?
characters aren't... One used from the Free Realms, other used from Eulonia. You probably have a high-protein diet, logically.
Mhm.
Snack.
Mm-hmm.
They look to be some form of mushroom.
Okay.
Nothing I recognize, though.
No. Oh, funny you mentioned. That's a fun gift. I have this one pulled from a thing I like. Not that bad, though.
What is
not
that from? That's from Ghibli?
If you can identify it, you don't get anything, but you can get the satisfaction of getting it right.
I feel like I know this from something. Anyways, I'll hyperfixate on this for a little bit. Continue.
My first thought was Adventure Time for some reason. Like one of their creepy background shots.
I can say that was from the crowns.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad as the one I posted, don't worry.
But yeah, so they've got mushrooms growing out of their heads.
Not their heads. Not their heads. Their heads are still visible. Their face and everything is still relatively visible.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you said, Alec, if you were going into the room, but I'm going to stay near the door.
Yeah.
Looking in, but I'm going to stay near the door to kind of keep an eye on everything.
Oh, you guys would also catch the scent of oil.
Oil. Okay.
Like lantern
Like
oil.
lantern oil?
I think as when Gaspard pushed the door open and saw this scene, he has not moved an inch. You would see Snack that he stares at the body of Nate after briefly regarding the two wrapped up corpses, and from the doorway you hear him kind of tremblingly whisper, "In our time of need, you gave us everything you could. I only hope you found the rest you needed. Forgive me, monsieur." Is that oil I smell?
Smell it too.
Does it
You
look
guys
like
begin
the,
looking around for the source of the oil, and it's a bit dried at this point, but you can see it, particularly on the blankets on Nate's mother and father, it being doused.
Hmm.
We don't have tinderboxes on us, right?
Uh,
I know
I
we
feel
don't have
like you-
tinderboxes on us.
I was
You
gonna
guys could've-
say.
Well, Nate has one.
Would I have a scarf or anything to cover with that scent sort of perforating from the bodies? I feel like it makes sense to not want to smell it, right?
Yeah.
Would I be able to cover my mouth with anything?
Ditto.
Yeah.
It's not useful.
Then yeah, I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll step in, kind of slowly, towards where Nate's body lies limp.
Can you roll me your stealth? But I know you're not stealthing, but it's a similar motion.
Right. Oh, this feels. Oh, I can't. Oh,
You're not really
Yeah.
stealthing. It's just an equivocal roll.
oh God! Oh, it hurts.
You're filthy! You've soiled it! You've become that which you
Step
despise.
slowly and softly into the next room. That scent in the air, albeit you have something covering your mouth now to protect against it, hopefully. You step into the room, getting closer to Nate's body. The torch now died out. The gun. What do you do?
I pat him down for anything that could set this torch ablaze.
You find
That's
a
awesome.
chef's knife on him and a tinderbox. 3 bullets. The gun. His clothing, obviously.
Mhm.
A set of keys. And a letter.
I read the letter.
I'll type in general.
Do you read it to yourself or do you read it out loud?
I'll read it out loud.
Okay.
Oh.
Aww.
I mean, it's not surprising, but
Mother, father, I'm sorry. I'll go ahead and fold it up. Tell me what was on him again. Gun, 3 bullets.
Gun, 3 bullets, his tinderbox, a kitchen
chef's
knife, or a chef's knife, which technically different, but for our purposes,
Yeah.
chef's knife. His clothes, no money, a set of keys, and a letter.
Right. I'll sort of gingerly pick the gun up, look it over. Inventory make.
Inventory make.
Oh,
It's a one
Listed.
shooter.
Damn! He's dead!
Yeah.
You're like, no wonder.
he was dead when he picked
Yeah,
up the
so
gun
guns
itself.
listing that
Except
aren't
it's a plot.
Eulonian, like Tinker Knight sort of stuff, you have to load the cartridge and the firing pin separately. You press the firing pin onto something I know you guys are left called the nipple, and that will thusly is attached to the hammer, and then you pull the trigger, and then the hammer will use the firing pin and slam into the cartridge and fire it. Depending on where you are in the world, they might still use paper cartridges and stuff like that, so you have to do the whole kit and caboodle. But more modern places do have brass cartridges or iron cartridges and stuff like that, shells and things like that usually are reusable.
so I'll go ahead and confiscate the gun and the bullets. You didn't say I found a permit for this firearm on him, so
I know.
Holy
You just
shit,
scratch out
dude!
your own name.
I
Hey, he's
did
a
not
legal
have a-
boy.
Maybe he deserved that.
Snag is like, you know what? I felt bad for him to, being the one to go in to get to see the body at first, but now I just think he's an asshole.
so I'll go ahead and do shitty inventory and in my inventory.
Absolute garbage tier, honestly.
No, that's
Guns
vulgar.
are pretty-
Inferior inventory.
Inferior.
There you go.
Guns are pretty rare depending on where you are in the world. It's like a free roamer having a gun is very, very, very rare. But for the Ventura League, it depends. You might know someone, or you might have been an ex-guard or something like that.
guns are rare. If you ask me, I think Venturian firearms should be even rarer, like to the point of non-existence.
Non-existent.
But
Right. But you loading a revolver, is that what you're
Well,
asking?
unfortunately, there was a friggin' world event that changed that.
a permitted you loading a revolver at that. Anyway, I will grab the kitchen knife. I already have the stiletto, so I don't need that. But I will sort of slide it across the floor towards the door at you, snack. Yeah.
The kitchen knife, that is?
Smiles back gold.
Yeah.
Is there any blood on the knife?
Nope.
Yeah.
I pick it up.
Then there were keys. I guess I'll take those. It's better that I have them or we have them than.
You've seen Nate
Dead
use those
bodies.
keys. They open up. They do open up certain things at the bistro.
Right. So we should return those to the bistro, the place that they open things up in. So I'll go
They're
ahead.
definitely more than just the bistro keys. There's like 7 keys on it. So
Mhm.
Probably
only
has
seen
some
him use-
keys around this place too, to be fair.
Yeah. So go ahead and just call them Nate's keys. And then tinderbox.
Tinderbox.
Is this place connected to other
Yeah.
buildings? Yeah. How many other buildings?
By itself to the rest of the block. 10.
An expendable amount?
That depends on whether you determine as expendable.
I think.
A lot of the building is made of stone and stuff like that, so it's not like it's all made of wood. It's all got combust, but the roof and other things are likely going to be combustible.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Flammable.
stop you from just
Shit.
screaming fire, fire.
You know what?
at it,
Shit.
even.
That's all you had to say.
Shit, GM. That's all you had to say.
I will take out the tinderbox. I will grab Nate's. I'll grab Nate by the lapel and place his body, sort of tossing it onto his parents, with as much respect as I can muster. But you know, you can't really respectfully toss a corpse onto a pile.
When you toss the body and it lands on the bed, a bunch of orange particulate kicks up.
I'll take
Ooh.
a step back at that and wait for it to settle, sort of in immediate apprehension.
Snack,
You know
roll
what-
me a con save at advantage because you are a distance away.
Cool beans. What color are the mushrooms?
Brown, orange, have like a bit of like a off-white stem. Some of them have red dots on them. They're not all the same type of mushroom, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
orange seems to be a reoccurring color at least.
I was gonna say close enough that she would make the same link that I'm making. I don't know how well the idea of spores are known, but at the very least, there's something going
Yeah,
on.
depends on where you're from. If you're a farmer, you know what spores are.
Fair enough. A gladiator, however.
You might have heard about it.
I like that plague is or orange is the plague color, not green this time.
Yeah, orange is a
Tropes.
good choice for that.
Changing things up, baby.
Be careful of those orange things. That's what I found in the blood.
You're so kind to put my safety at the forefront of your mind, but I guessed that much.
So, whatever, I'm
Okay.
not kind.
So like I care about your safety or anything.
No.
Thank you for being
Yeah,
considerate, but I am smarter than you. I thought of it already.
So,
I
Nate's
will-
body is returned with his parents.
and I will
Burn 'em.
light up the torch.
You light it. You light up the torch. Make me a deck save.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah, 20. Yeah, 20.
No,
That's
you're good.
respectable.
Or nothing. As you light it, the lantern oil in proximity, the combustible spores that you just kicked up do
Oh
bad
no.
noise.
Oh,
It doesn't. It's like turning on like the gas on your stove, but the pilot light doesn't turn on. It's like that, right? There's a moment where it singes everything in proximity, but it fades just as quickly as it goes. Snack, it does reach out to you technically, but not to the point where you're in any danger, though. So you guys do get the it's like of the
Yeah.
room just ticking up.
I think she will back up, in surprise.
Those of you downstairs hear something go whoosh upstairs.
Fire
It's like,
alarm go off.
That sounds like a heap and helping and not my problem.
I couldn't agree more.
Why do we bring the old ones?
And now we see how they got so old.
Yeah.
Yep.
Survival.
Does it ignite the bodies?
it does not. It does not.
Well, at least we know that the sickness burns well.
Mm.
But if the torch is now ignited, I will slowly, carefully take a step forward, my back foot remaining where it is, and I am pantomiming all of this, by the way.
Yeah, I am as well, funnily enough.
And toss the torch onto the bed.
You do like
toss
a
the
little
torch,
underhand toss, like.
You toss the torch, and it lands upon the already soaked and doused bed and bodies, and it immediately catches ablaze. Probably more than you might have been expecting, or maybe not. The mushrooms themselves aren't entirely combustible, not like dry wood or anything. Probably more like very wet wood, but combustible nonetheless. You guys should get out of here. The place is burning down.
Oh, okay.
It might not spread to the adjacent buildings because there's stone in betweens, but it
But
will go
also-
up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Pitter patter.
As we run back into that storage room, we should go.
We're leaving.
I started the fire.
Yeah, both of you
started a
downstairs smell the smoke.
Oh.
we didn't start the. Well, we did.
I
You guys
know.
exit out into the alleyway in a hurry.
That's
Maybe
definitely
go
won't
like
draw
a
any
block
attention
down.
to us trying to get out.
No, not at all.
In fact, it'll help. It'll distract.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that screaming that I hear?
I wasn't dead! I missed my brain! Help!
Oh my god.
No, I was going more with
There
Kinda
are
screaming from
occurrences.
zombies.
It's called locked-in syndrome. It's one of the most horrific things that can happen to you.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Locked-in syndrome is where you can see and hear and detect everything
Oh,
around you, but
this
you cannot
nightmare.
move. Yeah.
It happens a lot, or not a lot, but frequently enough with anesthetic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's scary.
I've heard about people getting in like car crashes and that happens to them, but they are like presumed dead. And then it's like, oh,
In a
they're also an
coma.
organ donor. And I'll let the story
Yep.
finish itself.
Yep, so you can be alive when they do every single thing to your quote-unquote dead body. Or legally dead body.
Anyways,
Should
be in
That's
the
not
pad.
happening to Nate, though. Surely not.
Don't need to
Why
know if
would
it
it?
is.
Not our problem.
Well, whatever, he's burning alive anyways. Good.
He's dead no matter what we do.
Not Captain Riker material, sucker. So, what is it?
I'm now guilty of arson. I'll happily turn myself in once we get to safety. But for now, we will return to the bistro.
You guys return back to the bistro.
Do you guys
Uh,
share the kind of spore information that you discovered, alluded to, have an understanding of?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
No, I'm kidding.
No, you weren't up there.
No, you had to be there.
Solemnity.
Get FOMO, old man.
Objection, Your Honor. You wasn't even there.
You wasn't
You
even there.
wasn't even there.
You wasn't. No, I think it's very important that this information be known. So, yeah,
This
with
information.
solemnity, Gaspard will say, Nate decided to take his own life in his grief. His
Damn.
parents, they were infected.
Tragedy.
There was something growing off of them. When I tossed his body onto the bed with them, these particles, these spores were kicked up. I guess I wouldn't know they're spores, so
You would
This
know.
cloud.
okay. This cloud of spores was kicked up. It burned like fuel almost. As you can see.
Do you think it could linger on your clothing, perhaps?
Do I see
Did I
any
think
sort
we'd be exploded? Exploded.
That's a good point, actually.
Well, I'll give you two things here. Snack, you can make a survival or nature roll. Odo, I would tell you a bit of information right now, because you know this as a farmer. They definitely have spores on them. Right,
Well,
just
the
because it
people
wasn't exposed, to the fire doesn't mean they went away, right?
I just need to reload my page.
You definitely have some spores on you, and then he's gonna immediately drop the piece of meat that he was eating.
Oh,
Still
now it
eating
begins clicking with you why it tasted weird.
Uh-oh. Medicine or nature? Or survival, you said?
Nature survival.
It doesn't matter, they're all the exact same, so we'll do survival.
Damn, a 2.
I got excited
I'll
because...
say roll it one more time, because I feel like
Okay.
this information probably gives you advantage from Odo.
I got excited because when I have to explain this, when I reloaded the page, it brought me to the top, where as Finn Farlow, I got a natural 20.
Sucker.
I was like, I was about to go, oh, and then I saw a different icon, I'm like, it's not, it's Finn.
That
Alright,
was
let's roll
months
it
ago.
again.
He's
They
dead
have a
to
5% chance of getting worse.
me. Hey, that's good.
It's a 13.
Enough? Is it enough?
You're probably already thinking as a player, so I feel like 13 is enough. The particle's orange, outside's orange.
Oh.
The entire zone. The entire zone probably has spores. Probably, to be fair, just because you have a spore on you doesn't mean it's automatically you're infected, right? That's not how that works.
Anything
right?
works.
Yeah, that's not how that works. But it does mean that anything could
Could
be the
be.
ground spread. And let me know, none of the rumors you guys heard at all involved anything on spores or mushrooms or any shit like that. So, no rumor of the plague ever included any of those.
As a side note, hey Crash, did you color the box orange specifically? Or is that a happenstance?
Oh, what an interesting meta commentary.
Oh!
Oh my god.
I think I know why
Which is funny
we never
because
heard about
in my
this.
mind, the plague colors would be green or purple. So
Oh, wow, that's also interesting.
Man, it's wild. It's as if there might be multiple different plagues, and we only heard about the other ones. And we have no way as characters to discern that information.
That's
and
crazy. That's crazy, dog.
Oh god, the worst plague. Cops.
I think coming to the realization of, hey, we never heard about spores being